Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bring Your Own Lawn Chair. It's been about 2 weeks, so I figured I might upload this episode today. Today, we interview a special guest. His name is Kalvin McGargill. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, JP.
Yeah, no problem. So, what most people might not know is that we're cousins. Actually, in
I feel
high
like most
school,
people know that, but
I disagree. In high school, I got a lot of, "You're cousins?" No way.
but there were so many of those that now I think a bunch of people do know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, they all added up. Especially with Funplex, everybody's like, "Oh, definitely cousins." You know?
once they see this guy go out, they
Yeah,
just know.
yeah, with that fist in the air, start pumping it. People used to call us
Tyler,
brothers.
Sam, are you
Huh?
are you gonna be you're thinking about moving out to Hawaii again?
Thoughts are there. The thoughts of that happening are very prevalent. They happen every day. The reason why I don't know is I want to work at Funplex, good money. I work in Hawaii. I don't make any money. I don't make much to progress. But
Yeah,
that you gotta
high
weigh
quality
your
experience.
yeah, you gotta weigh, your checks and balances. So but I was gonna look into moving out in January, being the lawn care grounds maintenance guy and just doing this on the side via Zoom, which is the perfect way. But I'm kind of like doing it this way today.
Yeah, you can just do it anywhere.
Yeah. And then make $10 an hour, have my cabin, free food, mow lawns, Hawaii. You know,
Dope.
that
That
would
would be
be
dope.
that'd be sick. And I live in Hawaii, so far away from everything that spending
I
money,
think
it's hard.
I
Can
think
be
it'd be
dry
really
too.
ideal. I think a good idea would be to hold off until after Funplex. You can stack up a bunch of money and then go out there and live comfortably. Then you don't have to worry about paying off rent back home because
Yeah.
you're on that lease till like May, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it led me to think is that maybe wait till May because they offered me the job in May. And I was like, well, January was the option, then May was the option. And now I'm like, but I want to do Funplex and make money. So August is going to be the
So
option. And the more I push it off, it
can you
makes me
extend
feel
your
like,
lease by 3 months?
yeah. So I think there's a rate, an inflated rate that you can do month to month after a full year of living here at Thomasville. So I'll probably look
They
into
probably
doing
get you
that.
rid of
Yeah.
that. If you're gonna stay there short term, it's probably a good idea. I
Yeah.
think
What do
it
you
would
plan
be
on
awesome
doing?
for. I think after Funplex, I would love to move out to Colorado and get that stuff going. But going where the wind blows me.
Yeah. We all got to make our dough somehow, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping to make it off of that on crypto.
Yeah. Last night, my coworker at work, she's 25 and she has a plethora of Airbnbs across the United States, passive income galore, and works at Barrel and Vine
Yeah,
for fun. And I work there for rent. And I'm like,
yeah.
dude, she's like, oh, I just do this for fun. I'm like, do you have a degree? She's like, no. I'm like, do you have a trust fund? Did you get one? Did you get money from some other people? She's like, no, I just like did it off my assets, uh, my values and my dreams. I didn't want to be another poor Omaha kid. And I'm like, damn, that speaks. Like that
That
speaks a lot.
speaks. That'd be really cool. You just have to be able to buy property and then slowly but surely get that money.
Yep, that's my plan. If in May, if I don't decide to move to Hawaii, if I get over this tropical splurge, you know, then I'm gonna buy a house with my uncle potentially helping me out. If not,
That'd be dope.
me and my uncle are going to get lunch tomorrow to talk about buying a house in
Where
May,
would you get it at? Would it be in Omaha or where are you thinking?
Omaha. I wish not Omaha would be fantastic, but I'm just not like set up. I need to get my degree anyway. And
Yeah, finish that out.
once I have one house, could go for the second. It's like having 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. Successful, gotta go for what you gotta do,
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
especially at a
I
young
would
age,
definitely, I would definitely go in with you as business partners on that.
right? Just Airbnb some
Absolutely.
houses out. That lady last night, she was like, "Have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?" And I'm like, "You know how many times I've read that book, and I still haven't." I mean, I
Might
tried
be
to.
time to read that book.
Might be time to read that book. Exactly.
I was going on Instagram the other day and it said there was this advertisement for some app where it was like Headway. It says like become a better person challenge or something. It had that Rich Dad Poor Dad on one of the days. It's like you go a whole month doing all these like different lessons and you're supposed to become a better person from it. Rich Dad Poor Dad was on there.
Dude, they have a lot of those like Rich Dad Poor Dad increment learning modules. Like they have a lot of different ways to learn that book. And I'm like, dang, this is like going to different churches, the way they have it all.
Yeah.
What's new in your life though? Like what you doing? What you up to?
I just started taking another class on Coursera. It's about DeFi and that has to do with crypto and everything. It's like decentralized finance. That's what that stands for.
Okay.
CeFi is centralized finance, which is like your banks and all that stuff, all the regular stuff. But yeah, it's about DeFi, and there's gonna be no like middleman. So then there's less fees, and that's better for everybody and better for the overall economy. So
Is the
it's
middleman,
coming whether people like it or not.
from what you've learned, who's the middleman in America? Like what businesses do you think? Because everything's ran by business, like a specific
Well,
business or
so
government.
say you want to take your money out of an ATM, you get that $2.50 fee from that ATM, and then $2.50 fee from your bank.
Yeah.
There's always these different fees, and then also with your bank accounts, you can earn like up to like 0.5% interest with the savings account. DeFi, there's opportunities to earn up to like 20% APY, and people are still sleeping. So
It almost seems like
that's
this
how you know.
money's like growing out of nothing.
That's what the dollar's doing. They're just printing more of it every year. Cardano, there's a limited supply, and it's still way better than
Do you think
the
money,
dime.
you think they keep printing more money because people keep popping out more people and they can't distribute the wealth as equally?
Well, I think it's probably deeper than that, but
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel that.
people just need to get people just needed to get bailed out during the pandemic, and now there's consequences that follow, such as inflation. I was listening to like some guy was sitting in a chair like you with the microphone. He's the guy who founded Cardano. He said that they tell you that inflation rises by 6% a year, but it usually rises by 20% a year. And then also the fact that there's been all this, I can't remember, it was like a crazy percentage amount of the money was printed in the last like 3 years. And so that's just like supply and demand. If there's more dollars, then it's going to be worth less.
Yeah, yesterday
So
at the grocery store, this lady was staring at my $20 bill forever, and I'm like, dude, like it's a
seriously,
$20 bill. I was like, I'm not coming out here with fake 20s. Like, what is going on here? You know? And even if she did find out it was like fake, I'd been so pissed. I'd been like, somebody
yeah, you
gave
wouldn't
me
have
a
done that.
fake $20 bill. I wouldn't do that
Yeah,
myself. It's
yeah,
ridiculous. But dude, there
yeah.
probably is a lot of cash floating around here. You got to wonder how much cash is, lost and destroyed.
Yeah. So one other thing, like with like the, regards to like cryptos and stuff, uh, Cardano, everybody's like, what is it? What is it? Think of it as like the software for your iPhone. you can do so many different apps on there. And the apps on DeFi are called dApps, decentralized applications. And so you can basically get, you can hear, you go onto Coinbase, you see all those different like random cryptos, and everybody's like, I don't know what this is. It's probably worthless. No, that's just when you use those apps, you use that currency on there, but it can, as soon as you want to change it into like a different app's currency, it's very easy to do that. And that's only possible because of Cardano and ADA. Cardano is what does that for that. So they're not a middleman, they're the decentralized middleman, so they don't take any profits. They're not like a capitalism company.
looking at it
Yeah.
like a non-American, and like looking at the dollar bill as an image, then like the Canadian dollar bill as an image, like all these just symbols pasted on a big, poster, every like currency. Well, they just made a brand new poster, and like the only way,
Yeah.
that's basically what it
And
is.
this
They just
book
made,
is called Coinbase.
yeah, it's just currency. They just made it up, which is cool because it's
Well,
valued.
they didn't just make it up. There's a lot of technology that goes into how those even operate on the blockchain.
Yeah, but somebody had to
The
make the
blockchain's
AI,
like the blockchain's basically like a Web 3.0. It's like the newest version of the internet,
right?
like the new update kind
Well,
of
the
thing.
humans value it too, so it's just like that's what it is. It's like some people value what do some people value? That's weird. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Not weird, but like different. Like some people value just riding their unicycle around town. I don't know. Just like people value the crypto world, so it's becoming more and more prevalent. And the cool thing is it's
More and more
decentralized, so
people
it's
are.
more, the whole like harness of it is like you're not paying anybody to access your money. That's what really
And if
harmonizes
you
it.
ask anybody if they've ever heard of Bitcoin, they'll know what you're talking about. They may not know what it is. They'll probably just say it's digital gold, but that's probably the furthest of their understanding. But everybody knows about it. Like it's a thing.
Yeah.
There's not people who don't. Oh, I've never heard of Bitcoin. I've never heard of cryptocurrency. So I think it's picking up some steam, and these next few months are gonna be looking pretty nice. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope no. The only thing I'd be worried about if I was a crypto investor, it's not really something that you should be worried about anyway, because it's gonna affect a lot more than crypto. Uh, and finances and banking and online activity in general is like a solar flare is the only way you could really debunk the value of
Then
crypto.
everything will be fucked.
Yeah. Unless you have gold assets and you're living like a knight out here, like you're the queen of England with all that glamour and jewels. You got nothing, you know?
Yeah. I
So
mean, I'm fucked if that happens, so I'm not.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like all my assets, I got this laptop, this microphone, I got a right here, I got my keyboard. So I don't know what I have to offer when it comes to solar flares, but besides that, there's really no worrying. There's more security in crypto than there is in online banking with real business. What I've come to learn, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I've just, I took that DeFi class, just started it 2 days ago. There's 4 of those different courses that I'm going to take, and then I can get certified and then hopefully get a job like that works with crypto and DeFi. I think that'd be sweet.
That would be cool. That would be sick. You know what
Because
type of I should get a
I
job
just go on
for,
my phone.
yeah.
I just go on my, like how people go on their phone, they just go on Twitter, like they do whatever they like to do. What I like to do is just go on and to Reddit and read about all this stuff. And I've just been doing that for the past like year and a half. I'm pretty interested in it. And so I think it'd be great to work in that field.
Yeah. Thinking about career paths. I just want to get my degree and potentially work in the radio field anywhere. And one of the
That'd be pretty
coolest
cool.
radio positions to work for would be down in Lincoln, Nebraska.
For a Husker game.
Yeah, or just, run the boards for the game, something for the game or something off the game, or, helping a governor campaign to put Memorial Stadium in every county. A mini Memorial
In every
Stadium.
county.
Yeah. Dude, we just need to build it from the
Or at least
ground
in
up.
like 4 counties.
What? Yeah, at least in 4 counties.
At least in like a few. Maybe not all, but a few.
There's some type of like stadium in each big city. So they like, and it has to be like mini Memorial. It has to have like the Husker N near it, just like everything about Lincoln, because Trev Alberts got rid of the UNO football team for that purpose, to be fulfilled only by Husker football in this state. So why not build off that? But anyway, besides that whole point, you want to work in crypto, which is sick. And what if Nebraska radio made some crypto NFTs?
I mean, they could. I mean, the city of Miami actually has their own cryptocurrency going on down there, and it's rewarding the residents for buying it by giving them tax returns in Bitcoin.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. It's already generated a lot of tax money and saved a lot of people from paying that tax money. So better for the economy. So kind of a no-brainer.
All right, guys, Calvin had to go to lunch and stuff, but if you want to follow Calvin on Snapchat, his Snapchat handle is KalvinMC. You can always ask him to join his crypto Snapchat feed, story, whatever you want to call it. He posts updates about crypto each and every day to teach the public and help others learn more about it. And I think that's awesome of him, and I appreciate what he does for me and teaching me the crypto world. Reflecting on what I talked about the Huskers, I want to build a memorial stadium in each small town in Nebraska off the taxpayer dollar. That should be on the vote. People should be voting for that on the ballot. I mean, that's a lot of money, but imagine if you had a good football stadium in every little town. I mean, there's probably some nice football stadiums, throughout the city, throughout the state, I should say. But, what if we just went in there, threw the Husker end, made it all, concrete, structured around it, maybe just upgraded what they got, and got them a nice football stadium that made them want to, be recruited for the state of Nebraska instead of going to states like Iowa or schools in Minnesota, etc. We got to get these big burly, 6'5", 300-pound Huskers on the offensive line to stop the defense of the opposing team from sacking our quarterback, because that's Nebraska's number one problem. Adrian Martinez is a good quarterback. We just need a better offensive line. With that being said, I'll let that be free right now. Take that off my mind. But that's Kalvin McGargill. That's my cousin. And I'm happy that you were able to tune in today and listen to what we had to talk about. Go Big Red. And thank you for tuning in to Bring Your Own Lawn Chair. Have a great day.